We've finally got Big Red up and running for the first time this year. And so far, so good.
Halfway through his season, Parker Schnabel's operation is finally running at full throttle.
It's good to have two plants going. You know, we can't survive off of just one sluice box anymore.
At Ken and Stewart's, Lucifer is washing dirt in the El Dorado cut. And after spending 3 months getting down to pay at Dominion, Big Red is sluicing the money pit. If the team can keep it running all week, Parker will finally get a read on whether or not his $15 million gamble will pay off.
If there's no gold in it, we're wasting a lot of time. But it's just very different ground than we've been mining.
So far, Parker has mined over 1,600 ounces of gold towards his 5,000 break-even point.
This year, you know, we're taking the spending to a whole new level. So there's a lot of pressure on revenue right now. We haven't had that sort of pressure in a while. But with two plants running, you know, we have a shot.
We're gonna keep the wings of Lucifer separate. I will clean them like 2 separate cleanups.
Gold recovery expert Chris Dumit processes the first cleanup of the week from the El Dorado cut.
We have a real problem here. Unfortunately, this right wing's got way too much gold in it. It shouldn't be here, it should be in the main. There definitely could be something wrong with Lucifer if you have a lot of gold in one wing and not the other. Something's not right. Hey, Parker, I think we got a problem, man. It looks like we have real uneven gold in the wings down here at Lucifer.
That's no good. There must be something wrong with the plant. We just need a good, consistent wash plant running. But we're not getting that. We need the money coming in. Mitch is away, so Tyson needs to be keeping it going.
With foreman Mitch Plaschke away on leave, it's down to plant boss Tyson Lee to keep both of Parker's wash plants running.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
You have a problem with Lucifer. So you have a feed direction problem or a chute that's blocked off down in the distributor or something. Something's going on. Like, guaranteed we're losing some gold based on those numbers, right? Did you notice anything wonky?
I did notice that the water was flowing on the right-hand side of the right wing, but with it vibrating, it could just sort of walk over a bit.
So we're kind of up. We need this thing banging rocks.
To prevent further potential gold loss, Tyson first checks to see if the plant is level.
If you take a look at our level here, the plant's leaning downhill. I have a feeling it's probably leaning towards the right, too. So, yeah. So, Lucifer is settled into place, and it's kind of leaning towards the tailings conveyor, towards the right wing. We're going to shut down the plant, get the excavators staged up in the front, start to lift the wash plant.
Lucifer is not sitting straight and is leaning to one side. This unevenness is channeling gold concentrate into the sluice box's right wing, causing the riffles to clog. When the riffles become too full, the gold can't be caught and is lost, washing out the end of the box. Tyson needs to lift the plant, level it, then build up the pad to balance the distribution of pay across the sluices and capture all the gold.
Well, man, it was really nice to get home. And how did the week go up here?
A lot of back and forth, putting out fires. Had a big issue with Lucifer, but hopefully it's been rectified. Dumit, you're the one who's going to tell us that.
You got it balanced out. You can see the gold was distributed
very evenly. Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you for doing that.
Let's turn this puppy on and see what we got, huh?
To be on track for his 5,000-ounce season target, Parker needs a 300-ounce week. First up, the El Dorado cut.
We'll do Lucifer first to see if your adjustments paid off, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So here we go.
Let's do it. We got 20, 40, 60, 100, 120, 130, 150, 168.4.
Worth $336,800.
Not bad.
Perfect,
Solid.
yeah. So that's going to get us a tad bit closer.
Ready to see what a good run on Big Red at Dominion's all about here?
This is really our first proper run, isn't it?
Yeah. You got the big thermos. It's looking heavy. Two-hander.
Nice and heavy, yep. It's a two-hander, that's for sure.
If you're faking that,
You nervous, Parker?
if it's 100 ounces, I'm gonna be upset, Chris. So much writing on this, right?
It's Big Red's first full week in the money pit. For Dominion to be viable, Parker needs to see at least 230 ounces.
Dominion Money Pit. 20, 50, 70, keep going. 100, 130, 140, 150, 180, 200. Keep her going. 230, 240, 250. Is it gonna be 300? 300, 310.55.
Plus, it wouldn't all fit in the thermos.
What do you got in that one?
Does that scale go that high?
Yeah, I'm pushing
40,
it.
350, 370, 380, 390, dude, we're 400 now. 410.55.
Thank
Nice.
Yeah. It's smoking down there. That's good ground.
That's relieving.
Well, I wasn't faking it, Parker. That's
That's
I'm glad you
unreal.
weren't.
It's
'cause
heavy.
I was going to be pretty upset.
Well, now we know we named it the right name. It's the money pit because it's got a lot of money.
yeah, I get 3 or 4 plants down there.
Don't even start.
Yeah.
That gives us for the week 578.95 ounces.
Worth over $1,150,000.
So our season total is 2,222.4 ounces.
Almost halfway.
Almost halfway. Yeah, we're getting there. All righty, guys. We'll catch you later.
Cut 1 inch off the expanded.
On all of them, right?
Yep, cut 1 inch off.
Their final task? Modify the dredge's top sluice box by installing Freddy's Goldilocks riffles. This should not only accelerate the dredge's cleanup time, but also help them trap more of the superfine gold.
These riffles do really good, like mixing 4 or 6 foot of this in like even a 25-foot box. I tested over about 250,000 tons and I had a 6% increase adding this in. It's just a little change.
Yep.
Hopefully it helps you catch more gold.
A fine gold recovery system is just what we needed. There it is.
Well, the sluice is done. It's
Awesome.
installed. This V-chute here is pretty short, but they work really good. As it goes down through there, it'll just level up,
Yep.
and then you cut it right in half. You know, all in all, it ought to run good.
Good. Looking forward to using it. I'm really thankful that we were able to go out and keep mining and didn't have to shut our operation down.
All the fixes are in, and the dredge is ready to head back to sea.
The sluice is in. All their other sluice boxes are modified, so it's about all we can do. We told them we'd get it done in 1 day, and we did it.
It takes just 2 hours to get the upgraded dredge back to the claim, ready to start their second 20-hour test.
We're on our normal mining grounds and we're ready to give her a shot and see what how the new box does.
Let's fire it up.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go on the feeder. Rolling on the trommel. And slurry pump. Let's do this.
Looks good, man.
Looks really good. Coming down, coming into the box, it's feeding down equally down our distribution. The V-chute's doing its job perfectly. It's coming down equally, going into the new sluice run. It looks really good.
Really excited about the box Fred built, Fred and Juan. We did lose a day of running. I'm hopeful that we'll make that up in better recovery and recover into the future. It's kind of like an investment. We had to lose a day to gain better recovery over a longer period of time. So at the end of the day, it should be worth it.
In 20 hours, they'll find out if Freddie and Juan's fixes will get the Martinsons the gold they need to take them into profit.
Well, we've been running for about 20 hours now. That should give us a pretty good idea how it's doing.
Well, what do you think? We shut it down and clean it up. Do a cleanup.
Sounds good. Coffee bugs? Yeah. Let's go ahead and shut the plant down and do a cleanup. Okay, the slurry pump's off.
Go take a look at that box, huh?
Well, we ought to be able to cut some time out of your cleanup, you know, with the riffles and stuff in the way they are now.
Good, that ought to help.
I saw some gold. It's always exciting to see the gold. You never know how much there is.
So far, it's a really simple cleanup. I don't even think we have 20 minutes so far, huh, Fred?
Pretty quick.
It's considerably faster, and it's less aggravating trying to find out which sections were cut for which area. Any time spent on the cleanup, time lost in mining.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah?
I took a pan out of the second carpet down in that last chance sluice down there.
Yep.
And there's one color.
Well, that means we're catching it higher up in the circuit, then it means everything above it's doing its job.
Almost perfect, huh?
Yeah, close.
The empty pan means Freddie's new sluice box is working perfectly, and gold is no longer escaping over the side of the dredge.
Last one, 1-0.
It's the last one.
There it is.
Probably saved you an hour on your cleanup.
Right.
But every cleanup, if it saves you an hour, you know, an hour's an hour. Well, let's fire it back up.
Back in Nome, Freddie and Juan head to the Martinsons' workshop for the final gold weigh to see if they were able to improve their gold haul.
Hey, guys. How we looking? Ooh, that looks nice.
Pretty gold.
Yeah.
Look at all that fine gold. That's angel dust there.
Very powdery. We didn't see it in the last pan.
Well, Doug, you were able to be out there a little longer with us.
You were.
Yeah, a little longer, and next time it'll be longer yet.
You want me to weigh it up, or do you want to weigh it up?
You did it the last time. You might have the lucky touch.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think so.
1.5. Oh, that's it.
That's it.
No, I'm kidding.
Before the fixes, the gold weigh was 5.46 ounces.
5.870.
Worth over $11,000.
Almost a half an ounce more. So that's
Wow.
7 or 8%.
Wow.
That's good.
That's
So-
wonderful.
Yeah, 800 or 900 a day increase in extra gold.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you save another hour changing your sluice boxes, there's another $500 a day just by being able to change those sluice boxes faster.
Yes.
The faster cleanups and improved recovery ups the daily gold tally by over $1,400. In the course of a season, the upgraded dredge could now get nearly $500,000 in gold.
If you get another $8,000 or $9,000 a week, a lot of businesses, that's the profit.
That's a big number.
That's right.
It is.
You know, that's big. You know, if you can run 7 weeks in a season, you know,
So-
with your weather and stuff.
Yeah.
Tell you what, that should be yours and Juan's for helping us.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Are you sure?
Of course.
You guys
yes.
have costs that you have to take care
You
of.
guys worked
and,
really, really hard.
We like to make it right.
I gotta hug you again. Thank you, Juan.
No problem, Judy. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
This means a lot to us, guys.
It does, really does. Thank you so much.
We want to make it right.
Well, actually, we have another little surprise for you, too. It's a handmade grass basket by a lady from Stebbins, Alaska, right down the coast here.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's very cool. Thank you.
You'll find the method to my madness here. Can you open that
Yeah.
there? There's your I Love Nome button.
Oh, there you go.
You got to put that on. You're going to have to wear it out of Nome. This is a very traditional gift to give to highly esteemed people. This is an Uzik. It's a walrus penis. After all the dirty jokes you told this week.
I've never said any dirty jokes.
After
That
all
was
your-
Juan.
After all the dirty jokes. Don't tell me you have one of those at home.
That's a perfectly polished penis.
A lot of wear.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome,
much.
Freddie.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Be safe. Oh, it's wonderful. You know, there's not a lot of people that come alongside and help you. This is an incredible thing.
The 5.7 ounce increase is a great increase. We're also getting a quicker cleanup, which adds into more hours of digging, so we're excited about that. I think it's going to hugely affect our profitability.
It's big. It's going to mean a big difference in our year.
We knew walking in here that we weren't going to increase them by 100% or 50%. You know, we told them realistically.
We've been working together for the last 4 years. Pretty much every single day we're up here. Sucks some days, but most of the time it's pretty good.
Aww. That's only for the camera.
Yeah, you guys don't see what happens at home. We're getting abused.
Parker wants the plant moved in time for the night shift in 6 hours.
All right. Unless you guys have work for them, I'm gonna get everybody out of here. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right. They're coming to work tonight. I told them they were working at night. Is that all right?
Yep. Oh, well, start dragging it. Shouldn't be too bad.
Whoa! You're doing a great job. Oh yeah, look at her go! Woohoo! This guy's nuts. Like only he would like 100,000-pound wash plant sliding down a hill at him and think it's funny. Oh, it's looking good so far. Pull that thing up on the hill and we can start putting the rest of the plant back together. Looks crooked.
Well, this kind of sucks. This one pontoon dug in pretty good. We can level it with leveling jacks, but it takes at least 6 hours to do.
I don't want to be Captain Obvious. Shaner's up is what's happened. And now he's trying to figure out how to fix it. When you level up this plant, you got to get the sluice runs and the plant level all in one. And the sluice runs have to be perfectly level.
There's just no room to do nothing. I'm tempted to pull it back this way and then just carve this out again. Yeah, let's do that.
While pulling Lucifer onto its new pad, one of the pontoons dug in, making the wash plant uneven. Now Shane wants to pull Lucifer back down the ramp, use the excavator to level and firm up the pad, and drag the wash plant back into position.
It's the only way, cowboy way, redneck way. We're gonna pull it back over the hill a little bit here and then fix up the pad. Just keep an eye on my boom.
Shaner, keep your bucket flat so if you have to move it, you can. Hey, Shaner, watch your boom. Shaner, it's coming. Shaner. Whoa! Shaner, it's coming. Shaner. Whoa! Holy, take her easy, buddy. Okay, you're good enough. Good enough.
Parker has charged Shane and Ty with getting wash plant Lucifer onto a new pad before the night shift starts in just 3 hours.
That's a little closer than it needed to be, but we're still in one piece. We're right where we need to be.
The plant out of his way, Shane levels the pad.
The plant dug in a little bit on the one side. I'm gonna throw some material in here and just pat it up a bit and pull it back on again. It'll do it. We'll give her a try. Pull up here, and I think we'll get it this time.
We'll just leave it like this. Speed sluicing. You're a wild man.
Yeah, baby. Throw the level on that thing.
Pretty level. Check her out, cowboy.
Nice. It looks good.
Nice.
Nice.
What's next, Shaner? Pipeline, stackers.
Yeah.
With the shaker deck level, Shane and Ty bring in the rest of the pieces just before Parker returns to check on progress.
So you happy there?
She's sitting pretty.
You guys did a really good job on this thing.
It was a battle.
Yeah, let's see if this thing will start up. Oh, yeah!
Moving Lucifer took the entire day shift.
Yeah, we got the plant moved and running. Takes a little bit longer to move. Shaner knows what he's doing, so I don't worry about things getting screwed up. It was just a lot of to move. The next one should go smoother than that. Oh, it's running fine. Sorry I was late.
At the end of a grueling week, it's time to find out if Parker's new strategy of fast and furious plant moves has paid off.
Now, I heard Aaron had quite the incident down there.
Yeah, he got a little carried away with some wet pay, but it's all good. We got it all sorted out and got him back up running.
That move went pretty good though, really.
Yeah, I actually got Lucifer to run down the hill. That was kind of cool.
Did it like slide down the hill?
Oh yeah, it was coming quick.
That's awesome.
Big Red was steady. We had a lot of run time, no real issues.
So you ready to weigh up some gold?
Yes, sir.
Rick?
Let her rip.
First up, Big Red. With no shutdowns, it's been running pay from the last cut at 220 yards an hour.
280, 300, 320, 330, 340, 357.05.
Worth $625,000. Big Red's most profitable week ever.
That's a hell of a week.
Well, Shane, you're the hero. You ready?
Sure.
Between a conveyor jam and the move to a new cut, Lucifer was down for a whole day.
150, 170, 180, 200, 270, 300, 320, 337.0.
Worth $590,000.
Good week.
Where are we at, Chris?
Okay, so for the week, we got 694 ounces.
Oh,
Sweet, huh? For the season, it puts us at 1,674 ounces.
Rocketing gold prices mean Parker's crew has mined over $1.2 million worth of gold in just 1 week, his highest weekly total.
Estimado Parker, el trabajo pésimo.
Really bad?
Bad.
What?
Uno, first, no te parqueaste bien. Tenía que estar nivel. Sí, bien.
Should have been level, like flat, and you were like tilt. Okay.
Dos, cargaste a un lado. Tenías que señalizar para que retroceda un poquito más la volqueta.
You should have told him to park right in front of you, not on the side.
All right. The only part of that I'd agree with is I could have spent more time to get level, but I didn't want to keep the truck waiting. Tell him that. Tell him that my #1 priority is always production.
Y en tercer lugar, no hay emoción de trabajo.
¿Emoción?
Sí, emoción. Y mañana posiblemente a estas horas vas a ser despedido.
Muchas gracias.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
It's proving a little bit tricky to follow what's happening here.
There's people going everywhere. I think we're in their way a little bit.
At the Golden Eagles Cooperative in Bolivia, Parker and the crew joined the 32 mine owners for the Gold Way.
When we first turned up, these guys said that they were taking half a kilo a month.
Yeah, which doesn't make a lot of sense.
Based on their own workings, the crew suspect the true figure should be 4 times what they've been told. If they're right, it could be a lucrative investment opportunity for Parker.
Let's have a look.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. It's made of wood.
The Cooperative use a wooden gravimetric gold table, similar to Parker's in the Yukon.
That's cool.
Ah, yeah, see.
How many hours worth of pay is this?
16 horas de trabajo.
Okay, it'd be interesting to know how much dirt can go through a shoot an hour. Then we'd be able to know grams per yards. We'd be able to have we'd get a metric then.
Yeah.
All we need to know is how many dump trucks a shift.
4 volquetas hecha al chute, ¿no? En una hora.
So they're running 4 dump truck loads down the chute per hour. There's about 15 yards in each dump truck.
60 yards an hour.
And then we've got it. This is good.
The miners use mercury to bind the gold together.
Lo vamos a poner con mercurio.
See.
There's quite a bit there.
Wow. Jeez. It always freaks me out when they just touch mercury like that. But
I know.
it's not dangerous to just stand near it, though, is it?
No, not like this. Unless it's being burnt, then it's bad. It goes touching is the least dangerous, then ingesting, and then burning.
Right.
But even when you're touching it, it's still an accumulative thing. Like over time, it's not good for your body. So that's mercury is full of gold.
Yo me prepararé para el laboratorio.
It's like a cheesecloth to squeeze the mercury out.
Después de esto, lo quemamos y lo pesamos.
Aha.
The mercury burns off the gold and you've just got the gold left.
Gotcha.
It'd be interesting to see like if they had outside investment, if they'd be open to changing their techniques and how they're doing things, or if they're pretty like set in their ways. Like if Parker brought his techniques here.
Big change, huh?
These guys are making the best effort possible to do it the safest way. They've got a retort. A retort basically allows you to recycle the mercury and it keeps it a little bit more contained. They're trying not to let it get into the water systems and into the atmosphere. If you have to use mercury, this is the way to do it.
These guys look like they're on a different planet. Like they've landed on Mars. So that's it. Magic's happening in there now. This is exciting, Ty.
This is cool, I'm excited.
Are we allowed in there?
I don't know if we really want to be without all the equipment on.
Once the 960 yards of dirt have been processed, it's time to weigh the gold.
Oh my God!
That's good, right?
Oh my. Okay.
To consider making an investment, Parker needs to see at least 9 ounces, or 280 grams of gold.
The moment we've been waiting for.
More than 50 grams. More than 70. More than 80. More than 90.
I don't have enough weight there.
Do they know what a match weighs?
¿Cuánto pesa cada fosforito? ¿Un gramo? 0.1 gram.
0.1.
Este es 6, 7, 8, 9.
97.9.
3.2 ounces, worth $5,440, a third of what Parker hoped the mine would be making.
Is that a standard result?
Está bien.
Está bien, está bien. No, no, está bien.
It's not bad.
Y quejarse es malo.
And complaining is bad.
Do they ever test to see if they're losing gold?
De 65 a 70%.
The recovery rate is
30%.
65 to 70%.
Right, yeah. But I would bet that if they narrowed up their sluice box a little bit and put a couple of different types of riffles in there, they could probably get that up to at least 85.
Dice que cambiando solamente las rifleras, puede incrementar, él cree que puede incrementar su recuperación hasta un 85%.
Sí. Gracias, Parker.
Yeah, no worries. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
señor.
Okay. No, gracias.
Listo, usted también, Parker. Mucho gusto.
Diego.
Mucho gusto.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Listo, hasta luego.
And we've got all the numbers now. We know the gold weight. We can do some math.
So that'd be like an ounce per 300 and something yards.
Is that decent?
Nah, that's shitty. But yeah, I think that they've had some really good weeks or months over the years, and that's been able to like pay for equipment and stuff like that. And then now they can kind of get by.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but the biggest issue is that there's what, 32 owners here?
Yeah, 32.
32 owners for an ounce per 200 or 300 yard ground is not what we're here for. So we'll keep moving. Well, good job, good investigating, Ty.
We got there in the end.
Parker, un gusto verlo. Que no sea la primera vez y siempre las puertas de Águilas están abiertas para...
Ditto.
I think it was definitely an introduction to Bolivia. I've never seen a mine site before that has 32 owners, but after running the numbers, I just don't think it's the place for Parker, and I can totally understand why.
You know, it has to be a tens of thousands of ounces kind of project, right? If you're gonna go to the other side of the planet. Yeah, when it comes to the whole cooperative model, I'm not a very cooperative person. So I think I'd really struggle with that. We'll find something.
I didn't really want Caden up here because he doesn't have a lot of time in dozers, and if something bad happens, there's not much you can do in a dozer to save yourself. I don't want to see somebody get hurt. So now I'm going to try to go a bit wider if I can. Which sketches me out a bit because I'm right on the edge.
To widen the dam, Parker tiptoes his 63-ton D10 dozer along the brink of a steep 50-foot drop.
That's super sketchy right there. Oh, that's a bad idea. Idiot. I'm gonna end up upside down in this pond. Oh, Parker. All right, well. We made it a good 10 feet wider. Pack the out of it. See if that works.
90 minutes after the dam burst, Parker's completed repairs. The pump is safe, and Big Red hasn't missed a beat.
If Caden hadn't caught it, that pump would be underwater by now and we would be shut down. Hey, Caden, nice job spotting that.
Yeah, it was a pretty hectic couple of hours, but looks like we got it all wrapped up and everything's fixed and good to go.
We've raised the dam up and tried to kind of reinforce things. I've done as best I can. These are definitely not headaches that we need, but hopefully, that's it.
450 feet away, Parker is reinforcing the dam that burst earlier in the week.
Normally Mitch or Tyson would be dealing with this stuff, but they're, you know, deep in the Australia Creek, so, you know, I cover when I can, which is not very often. Well, that's not good. There's no water coming out of our culvert in our dam. There's water in one end of the pipe, but it's not coming out the other, which means gravity-defying water, or I didn't put the pipe in level.
In the race to fix the dam, Parker's misaligned the angle of a culvert that acts as an overflow. The pond side end is too high, meaning excess water can't flow out of the settling pond, and the dam could burst once again.
Because if this fails again, we'll probably lose the pump.
To prevent another flood, Parker needs the 30-foot culvert to lie flat, but excavating the dirt around it risks weakening the dam.
If I'm not careful right now, the whole dam will blow out just from working around the edges of the culvert. It's not really ideal scenario. So I don't think there's really much more I can do other than just like shove some dirt in here and try to compact it a little bit and see what happens. I won't feel like we've succeeded until there's water flowing through the culvert.
Now, Parker needs to climb out over a 40-foot drop and check for blockages.
There's a bunch of moss and plugged up in here. I feel like I'm in that movie with this prison escape. Something redemption. Shawshank. Oh, that's a long ways down. This is gonna be interesting. Looks like I gave a beaver a That ought to do it. If that doesn't work, I don't know what will. So, we'll find out.
Culvert flowing, Parker's Dominion Creek operation can keep running. And with no downtime, it could be his biggest week yet.
Well, that was fun. And let's hope it doesn't happen again.
Well, sounds like everybody had an eventful week.
Yeah, man.
But mainly you there with your waterworks.
If I was a beaver, I'd have gotten shoved out of the colony.
Then you got to throw the last of the dirt through Lucifer down there, so that's awesome.
Yeah, kind of sad to be leaving my home, to be honest.
Oh, well, dude, that's why your trailer has wheels on it there, man. Just drag that thing to a new spot.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to see how Ken's finished up?
Let's see it.
Lucifer ran for 40 hours, and the last of the El Dorado cut should deliver around 60 ounces.
Here we go. Last cleanup of Ken's. We got 40, 60, 80, 90. Well, there we go, 93.25.
Worth over $186,000.
That's not bad.
Finishing up Ken and Stewart's down there is almost like the end of a legend or something.
Oh, there's still more dirt down there, but not for this year.
With Lucifer now shut down, Parker only has Big Red running in the money pit, which last week delivered a massive 410 ounces.
Well, Big Red had some water issues.
But we didn't lose any run time because of it.
Just pouring it. There's 100. Keep going. There's $150. Still more. 180, 190, 200, 206.7.
But it also had this, 300 ounces. So he wound up with 506.7 ounces.
Worth over $1 million, and taking their season total past the halfway point to 2,822 ounces.
The belt is much faster than what we were running before. So yeah, I really need to move a lot faster and speed up. Hey, Mitch, you got a copy, Mitch?
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
Just to let you know, there's some water coming out of the distribution box. It's coming all the way to the floor, so I'm not sure if it's something we should be concerned.
I'm on my way. I'll come have a look at it. What RPM you got, Alec?
She all maxed out. Parker just upped it.
Parker decided he wanted to make some adjustments on the plant. We had it working what I thought was pretty good. And now this thing's probably running at 20% over capacity and it's spilling everywhere. You just gotta be patient with it, you gotta work through it. And you know, patience is one thing I don't think Parker has much of.
By increasing the feed rate and water flow, Parker's flooded the distribution box.
As you can see here, this plant's just really struggling. You can see the material boiling over. That's not a good thing. All that water coming out, well, it means erosion. The last thing we want is this wash plant pad to get too screwed up and have to pull the plant out of here and rebuild it.
Mitch needs to find a way to stop the water overflowing, but still have enough to wash the increased pay dirt through the plant.
I'm gonna leave the feed rate where it is, and I'm gonna change a couple nozzles in the pre-wash. We're gonna just change kind of where the water's spraying, how the material hits, how the water spreads. That affects everything down here. So we're just gonna shut the plant down quickly here.
Hey, Tatiana, you got a copy?
Yeah, copy.
Hey, why don't you go ahead and let your feeder run out?
Yeah, no worries.
So what I'm gonna do is put some of the nozzles on these bars. This will help spread the water, and I'm hoping by spreading the water, it's gonna spread the material out as well. But we need to do this quickly and get the plant back running, because it's not doing nothing here while we're working on it.
Roxanne's custom-built spray bars are wide open and causing the plant to overflow. Mitch wants to attach flared nozzles to all of the spray bars. This will help break up and wash the increased rate of pay dirt with less water. If Mitch can get the right spread, it should allow him to reduce the water that's causing the overflow.
By putting these nozzles on here with this flare, it's gonna help spread the water out a bit, kind of creating a wall to spread the material. We're gonna see what that does.
Tatiana, you got a copy? Let's throw some dirt at this thing.
Awesome, thank you.
Mitch can now bring the pump back down to 2,800 gallons a minute while maintaining the feed rate at 300 yards an hour.
Fire in the hole! We're just looking at the plant here after making the modifications. The water here in our distribution, it's a lot happier than what it was, and it seems to be spreading the material a little bit better. If you look down here, the water going through the runs, much more even. Looks a lot happier here, no more problems.
Hey, Mitch.
What up?
Sorry for the hang-up.
Oh, no worries. I don't even think Tyson's gonna make it down tonight. So we made some adjustments on Roxanne.
I love that name.
Adjusted feed rate, adjusted water. It was a lot of fun, but definitely a challenge. Because you're like wide open material, wide open water. See
Walk
what
away.
happens. Yeah, walk away.
I'm gonna go get a thermos.
Is there some gold here?
Yeah, we're gonna weigh some gold. So this is Australia Creek, all right? This is Tyson's little baby.
Lucifer has been running on Australia Creek for a month, averaging 145 ounces a week.
50. 150, 200, 230, 260, geez. 270.05.
That's not a bad week.
Worth over $540,000. Next up, Roxanne in the money pit.
Roxanne is definitely, it's got a lot of potential. Is it as good as Big Red? It had a decent run. We had a little bit of downtime as we were making our modifications, but this should be a really good example of what Roxanne's capable of.
Before swapping in Roxanne, Big Red was Parker's main moneymaker, averaging over 370 ounces a week.
All right, we got 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, 150, 180, 190, 199, 200 straight up.
So there's 200 straight up. And this is just kind of like the remainder of it.
Okay. Here we go. We got another 30, 60, 70, 80, another 100, 130, 140.
The remainder, Chris?
Right? 200. More than the first one. 220. 246.85.
Plus the fine stuff that I couldn't clean.
So we got 200 in that pan, and then we got another 253.8.
A total of 453.8 ounces.
That's nearly 120 grand a day.
They got 3 pans of gold there.
A 700-ounce week?
723.85 ounces. Over 700 ounces in 1 week.
That's nuts.
The biggest haul of the season, worth $1.4 million.
That's a hell of a result.
That's a really good week. We're on track. We're really on track. This just might work.
That's pretty cool.
And so our season total, 5789.95.
Like, the more gold that comes out of there, the more I'm like, oh, like, this is the ground. And not just we happen to start in a really good spot, right? It's so nice. Like, it was, at first it was just relief, but now I'm like actually starting to get excited.
Can you imagine, though, if you had Big Red and Roxanne side by side?
Oh my God, I'd go on strike.
With Tyson not here, it's down to us. Time is definitely of the essence. I mean, I hope Tyson's dog is okay, but there's a ton of work here to be done. It's absolutely crazy.
It's now down to operator Damian Brown and mechanic Alec Kelly to move Lucifer.
You're just excreting body odor there, Damien. You're working so hard.
Gotta get this down for night shift, bud.
That's right.
They need to drag the 45-ton wash plant off its pad, then 300 feet across the cut with the 750 excavator.
All right, give her some drag. Get this wash plant moved.
Damien's worked for Parker for 3 seasons, but this is his first ever plant move.
Are we all good on the left-hand side, Alec, or the right-hand side along that bank?
Yeah, you're just brushing up, but it's soft material.
We cut the wash plant down the hill, and it didn't come sliding me, which is a massive bonus.
Damien, it's the 100-meter sprint.
Next step, pull Lucifer up a sharp 30-degree ramp to the top of a 40-foot-high pad.
Yeah, this hill is quite steep. It's a lot of weight to be trying to drag up. It's really going to be slipping a lot. So this is going to tell a lot. And if we get halfway up and we get stranded, it's going to be a mission.
When you start hitting that incline up there, Damien, we got one shot to make it up. I'll go up top and I'll give you instructions.
Well, here we go. If we don't get it up here, I mean, man, Tyson is going to be pissed.
Use the hydraulics just to pull.
What's that?
Hey, Damien! What the whoa! Oh, the plant's sliding away! Oh, easy!
Man, this is sketchy. Good job out of my seatbelt on.
Leave your bucket behind and just walk away from it.
You think Tyson would cry if he seen this?
Oh, yeah.
Come this way, girl.
More throttle, give her, give her, give her. All right, keep her pulling, steady, steady. Moment of truth.
right, hold it there.
I like what I see, Damien.
Just 6 hours after shutting down, Damien has Lucifer safely in position.
I wasn't actually sure if we were going to get it up, so I'm just happy. I'm super happy that it's on top of the hill. So we just got to get our stacker in and our feeder in, water pump and water lines set up, and fire it up.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Tyson, how's Jarvis?
He's a hurting unit. Yeah, he had to get stitches, had a torn tendon.
That's unfortunate.
Just glad he's okay, man.
Yeah.
Looks like you guys have made out pretty well here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks for doing this, guys. Sorry to leave you high and dry.
Problem.
Maybe be sluicing by the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Night shift.
Yeah,
Night
nice
shift.
work, guys.
Yeah.
Right on.
Good to see you're back here, Tyson.
Thanks, man. These guys have done really good without me, and, you know, it's nice to know that everything's still going on here when I've got some personal issues to deal with.
Keep it going. Keep it going. And stop.
And we're trying to line our super stacker up square with the center of Lucifer's pre-wash.
It's straight enough for our purposes.
We're just working on the final piece of the puzzle. We're just about to back the feeder in.
A little more on the turn in there, yeah. And stop. Yeah, that looks good there.
Well, shall we fire her up and see what cut 2 up Australia holds for us? There she goes.
Hell yeah.
Nice work, man.
Thanks for coming back.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
You feeling better?
Yeah.
You sound better.
Yeah, I knocked off a little bit early yesterday and just laid down and crashed.
Nice.
Just catch up on some sleep.
2/3 of the way through the season, Parker has mined 4,000 ounces of his 5,000-ounce gold.
Yeah, that's Australia Creek.
Right on.
Australia Creek's weekly average is 130 ounces.
We got 30, 60, 80, 90, 98.2.
What else you got hiding over there?
Oh, all kinds of fun stuff. And this came out of that cleanup. Plus the super fines that I melted into a disc.
That's another 5.65 ounces.
So we wound up with 103.85 ounces.
Worth $207,000.
The 3 types of gold I call it. The super fine stuff that I have to melt, nuggets, and the regular stuff.
A little bit of everything.
We're almost at the drilling estimate already, and we still have a lot of sluicing to do. So that's good.
Oh, yeah.
This is the money pit.
Here we go, Big Red.
For the last 3 weeks, the money pit has averaged 480 ounces a week.
What do we got? 30, 40. There's 100, 140, 150, 200, 220, 250, 270, 280, 290, 300, 320. Keep going, keep going, keep going. 350, 361.35.
Also down on last week, but still worth over $720,000.
I mean, it's not always going to be 500 ounces a week or whatever we've been doing.
So with Australia Creek's 103 and the pit at 361, our weekly total is 465.2 ounces. Our season total is 4,484.15 ounces.
Right now we're working our way around the edge of the money pit cut, and that's allowing us to send some pay dirt to a wash plant
and get some ditches in here, which is definitely a good thing on both accounts.
In a desperate move to keep money coming in and find out how rich his new Dominion claim is, Parker has tasked Mitch with sluicing thawed pay dirt from the money pit's ditches.
We've washed a lot of rocks in the Yukon and, you know, seen a lot of cleanups, but probably none as important as this one here. This is gonna let us know what this ground that Parker bought is all about. And I gotta say, I think everybody around here is holding their breath to see what this first one is here.
Parker's new wash plant has been running for 2 days.
I'm feeding it with an excavator. Sandy's bringing the pay from the cuts in Dominion, and this comes all from the ditches. And we have Emma doing tailings. So basically, girl power today. I think we got ourselves here the dream team, ladies.
Yeah, we're definitely the dream team. You know what's up.
Oh, it looks like we're losing a lot of water. It looks really bad. We might have to shut it off.
So let's shut her down.
Might go find help.
So we had to shut down the plant because the pump lost water pressure. That's not a good scenario.
Low water pressure means the plant can't wash gold from the pay dirt. No gold means no money coming in for Parker.
We're not sluicing gold, and that's a big issue for us right now.
It's down to mechanics Liam Pukala and Tyler Jankowski to get the pump up and running. A crack in the intake hose is sucking air into the pump, causing an airlock and a loss of pressure. To fix it, Liam will seal the crack with silicone and hope it will do the job.
Yeah, that's definitely a crack. You want your silicone? Yeah, pass me some right stuff, I guess. You ready? Whew. There's a crack right there. That's pulling air in as well. This isn't even bush fix. This is a pipe tree. Let's go on and look at that bypass.
Is that enough water? That looks like enough water. Hey, Tatiana! Pump's back and sealed together. We got water flowing.
Awesome, roger that. That's great news. I'm glad to see the pumps working again. Let's just get sluicing and try to catch up.
Never a dull moment when you're sluicing.
Parker's only working wash plant back up and running. He'll soon find out if his $15 million Dominion gamble will pay out the big gold he desperately needs.
It's nice to finally be back running again. We've been having a lot of problems with the pump and the water. So hopefully this is it, and no more pump breaks or water breaks. So fingers crossed.
Parker's crew also have 2 goldways this week. The last gold from the Unforgiven cut, and his first gold from Dominion Creek.
Your truck door sounds like something dying.
Right?
What up?
Hey, Mitchell.
How's it going?
Good.
Got some gold out of that new wash plant.
Yeah, how about that?
Just gotta come up with a name for it.
Yeah. Hey, Parker.
Hey, man.
Hi.
Talking about the new plant.
We've been trying to come up with a good name for Lucifer's twin there. So we were thinking, like, do you just give it a person's name? And so we came up with, Doom and I came up with Bob. Right? Call it Bob.
I like Bob. Yeah, I haven't been too worried about it because I think we might sell it. Part of the whole idea of buying this place was we'd be able to recoup some of the purchase price by selling stuff, and we have yet to do that. That plant's actually worth like $1 million.
At one time.
No, right now.
Really?
Yeah. Has 1,000 hours on it.
Sell it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I just said.
Good idea, Chris.
So with that, Tyson, you ground through this unforgiven cut really fast.
Definitely caught everyone off guard how fast we sluiced that out.
Want to see how we did?
Parker wants at least 500 ounces from the now mined out Unforgiven cut. To hit that target, he needs 120 ounces.
10, 20, 30 ounces, right on the dot.
Worth $60,000.
The grand total out of that cut was 408.95 ounces.
That ain't good.
So we finally got some Dominion gold going.
How about those ditches do?
The money pit hold up to its name?
I think we ran 100 hours. On the Indian River, if we ran 100 hours of ditching, we'd get, what, 50 ounces, if that?
Yeah.
Here we go. 10, 20, 40, 60, 90, 110, 120, 130.
132.45 ounces.
Nice.
Worth over $250,000.
Not bad out of the ditches.
Yeah, a lot better than I thought it'd be.
First gold from Dominion there.
Yeah.
That's not bad for the time that the plant had the issues with the water.
Yeah. Unditched dirt, it's some of the best we've had. Just think what happens when we get into real pay dirt.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, later.
To get like 1.3 ounces an hour, it's actually really good. Yeah, so hopefully that means the ground's gonna keep up like that, and it should only get better, in theory.
It's so hot this time of year. We rip the mud, we push it, and it's thawing out just as fast as we can get it out of the cut. That water's building up, and the best thing we can do is get rid of it.
Mitch asked for a water pump down under at Australia. All the groundwater's filled up, and can't really dig a hole when you're underwater. Let's go see what Mitch is up to.
To bail out Mitch, mechanic Alec Kelly must haul a pump 4 miles from Dominion to the new cut at Australia.
This place looks a little bit different. Oh yeah, that looks like it could be up to a couple feet deep, eh?
The pump has just 2 feet of clearance. If it gets flooded, Australia Creek will remain underwater until the pump dries out.
See what happens. This is the end of the road.
To start draining the cut, Alec must move the pump into position.
I'm gonna wheel the excavator over, and then I'm gonna pick the pump up with the backside of the bucket, and we'll wheel out to the spot. It's good that I showed up with this today. Mitch is definitely in need of it. All this water I'm going through needs a place to go, and sitting at the bottom of our cut doesn't help us any. So we'll drop the water pump. Oh, damn. Not bad.
How's it going, buddy? Glad to see you made it.
Oh, yeah, we're here.
Well, we got a lot of water out here, and this isn't helping nothing.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a bit of a hole.
So if we don't have the pump in place, we're going to be in trouble. Cool, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, hooking up the piping. It's going. I think we got another piece of the puzzle just about to be clicked into place here. Suction basket's going in the drink. Hopefully it stays attached. We'll fire this pump up. Cranking. I think I got all the drain plugs in her this morning. The way it's bouncing, this line here, means it's full of air. It needs to be full of water for the water pump to work. So we pump up the revs a bit. We're pumping, baby!
The 6-inch pump can move over 2,000 gallons of water a minute and should have the cut drained in 2 days.
You know, this project at Australia Creek has been crazy from the start, and we don't know what this ground has in store for us, and we certainly won't until we fire up a wash plant. Nice job, everybody. That looks like we're ready for a wash plant down here. Couldn't have done it without all these trucks and all you driving them, so thank you very much.
After nearly 11 weeks and millions of dollars, Mitch and crew have finally stripped the money pit down to pay dirt.
We've moved a hell of a lot of material here in a short period of time, and feels really good here to be moving to the next step, getting Big Red in here.
What up, what up?
How's it going?
Hey, Mitchell.
How's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Man, that was quite the week.
Yeah.
You make it up to Australia yet?
Oh, we're up there, buddy. We got
Yeah?
a road in, got a dozer up there.
That's awesome.
It's just the middle of a swamp, man. So, like, it's middle of summer, middle of the swamp.
As some would say, not ideal.
So how's the money pit doing?
Yeah, we lost an engine in a rock truck, so Connor's like, oh, my truck's kind of acting funny, making some weird noise. I look over, and it's just a plume of smoke coming out of
It sounds like the money pit's holding up to its name.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Well, Sluice ran all week.
Yeah, she did.
Want to see?
Let's check it out.
What'd I do?
it. Now we just got to find it.
Parker is now mining on 3 fronts, but so far, only Tyson at Cannon Stewart's is bringing in gold with wash plant Lucifer.
You want to do the honors, Mitch?
Oh, sure.
Good old Lucifer.
To bankroll his massive operation, Parker needs Tyson to deliver 300 ounces.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, here we go.
30, 70, 100, 140, 150, 200, 220, 240, 270, 280, 290. Is he gonna break 300? 301.20. Man, you had a good week down there.
Nice, Tyson.
Worth over $600,000.
That puts us, what, over 1,000 now?
So for the season, it gives us 1,330. Gives us 1,033.95 ounces.
1,300?
1,033 ounces.
I thought you said 1,300. I was starting to get happier.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry.
Your stutter cost me $500,000.
The cut that Jason wants to pursue won't thaw in time. Todd and Andy spend the following day seeking thawed ground.
That's what we need. I've come up to the end of the creek on that south-facing slope that the sun's hitting, peel back the vegetation, and look what I found. All thawed gravels.
The cut that failed to thaw is on a section of Quartz Creek that runs north to south. Andy has spotted an area of neighboring Dull Creek with a broad slope that faces much more sun over the course of a long Alaska day, allowing the ground to thaw and make for easier access to pay dirt.
Everywhere that I've poked on this hill is thawed. There's a mile of it. We just got to make sure it's got gold in it.
Look right there. Got some old tailings.
Yeah.
Tailings are there, tailings there, tailings down there.
Tailings are the refuse material of rock and gravel that has been washed for gold. It indicates that past miners believed there was gold in this spot.
The old timers were in here. They knew it was here. They didn't have any equipment.
No.
They had to stick with the thawed stuff.
Yep.
Where's all the tailings? South side.
If they moved all this by hand with no equipment, it had to be rich. I'd say we run it.
Run it.
I get trucks up here, get the excavator, and we'll load it and give the cleanup to Jack and Thurber.
One day.
One day.
Just one day.
Okay.
You're a genius. You might have just saved the day, Andy.
I hope so. Saved all of our bacon.
No kidding. We have to get the gold the best way we can, fastest way we can. So I'm not going to tell Jason just yet that we're pursuing a cut on the southern slope. If that looks like it's going to pay off, then we'll go ahead and let Jason know. But, you know, it's for the betterment of the mine.
Andy quickly gets the team working on the southern slope. They have to act fast before mine owner Jason Otteson realizes that Todd has changed the plan. Todd has given them one day to excavate and run at least 200 cubic yards of dirt and get it to Jack and Jim for testing.
This pay dirt we got is the most important dirt that we can take to the plant right now. The southern slope.
You're good to go. The thing about this is, though, there's no drill holes in here. So we have no idea if it goes 3 ounces 100 or it goes to nothing. Only way we know it is to get it through the plant.
Andy's sending us some pay from the southern slope. I'm hoping when we shut down at the end of the day, the box is full of gold.
I want to see what that weighs. Jason wants to run Quartz Creek dirt. We've made a pivot. We're actually running a test on the southern slope. Before we actually change direction, we want to make sure we got the right gold per 100 yards of dirt. So the golden guys are actually our secret weapon.
Looks pretty good. You want to see what it is?
Hopefully it's at least 2 ounces per 100, and we can make the switch. Southern slope, Dull Creek, 200 yards. What do we got?
4.9.
4.9, that's over 2 ounces 100.
2.4
Yeah.
ounces 100,
That's
boys.
good.
That's really good.
Phenomenal.
This is the best ground we've ever been on. I am just totally hyped on this stuff.
This is the kind of gold that we saw when we first assessed the mine.
Look at the riffles. Packed. Full of gold.
We knew this ground was rich, and getting these results right now, it makes this whole gamble worth it. You know what? The resource is drilled at Quartz Creek. I know Jason wants to be there. It's the wrong time of the year. This is thawed pay dirt, and it's 2.45. That's pretty sweet.
Best ground we've ever mined.
Yeah, it is.
We're on the right track.
Okay, thanks,
Okay.
guys. Our gamble paid off. We found thawed pay dirt, and it just so happens to be the best pay dirt that we've ever seen at 2.4 ounces per 100. Now I just got to go tell Jason that I went rogue. How you doing?
I'm good, you?
Good.
So how's the cut at Quartz Creek doing?
That's what I want to talk to you about. We're not going to get quartz. This ground will not thaw in time with the weather that's happening right now. I need you on board. We have to pivot quick.
Todd, I don't think that's a smart move. I mean, everything else is speculative. That's the only place that we have a drilled resource right now that's ready to go.
Let me just cut to the chase. I've already bailed on it.
God.
I'm working on Doll Creek right now.
What part?
Southern slope.
Are there tests on that? I mean, are we just gonna go chase unicorns and rainbows now?
2.4 ounces, 100. We just did a test. It's thawed.
How deep?
It's not very deep. I'm already stacking it up.
I don't like you going rogue on this stuff.
Jason brought me in for a reason. He couldn't do it on his own. We've tried Jason's cut and it didn't work. So basically, if he doesn't start doing things our way, we're not gonna make it, and we're not gonna get the gold. You brought me in, I'm going to help you do this, but I need you to get on board on this. You get gold in the box probably in the next 72 hours.
We'll know soon enough if you're right. But I'm not happy about this.
I know you're not happy about it. You're gonna thank me for it.
This is a big test for us. You know, we moved our whole operation to the southern slope of Doll Creek, and we're gonna run the first pay and do a test on it. I hope it's good.
There it is.
First cleanup.
This is the first of the southern slope dirt.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it has. Real long time.
Pour it out, Thurber. Let's see what we got.
There's 5, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.3.
A little short, not a bad start.
Falling 13 ounces short of the weekly goal puts Todd and his team further under the gun. To make their benchmark of $1 million, they'll now have to average 45 ounces per week over the 6 remaining weeks. If Alaska's deep freeze waits that long.
We need 43, but 30 ain't bad. The good news is that the southern slope looks really promising. What are we at, Thurber, per 100 yards?
2.4.
Dude, 2.4 ounces per 100 yards. We've never seen that. The bad news is that we're behind and the equipment is a disaster and we just cannot get the yardage through. We're not running enough dirt.
That's probably the biggest frustration that we have. Best ground we've ever been on, and we're struggling to get dirt through the plants.
Hey guys. Right now, I think that this gold price is off to date. Now is the time to get excited. I'm planning on making that my biggest season ever. Make some real money.
For nearly 40 years, Klondike legend Tony Beats has snapped up gold-rich ground in the Yukon. Now, in the war for ground, Tony's primed to cash in.
We just spent $5 million worth on equipment, but we're gonna come back here with 3 times more iron than we left with. So I wouldn't see a big problem running 9,000 ounces. They think it is well within our reach. We are definitely gonna go flat out for a while.
Here and the hill?
Oh yeah. So let's just go out and let's go do it. Okay, bang, Mike.
For over 150 years, miners have used water monitors to wash away soft mud.
Good enough, leave it right there. I always liked the monitor. You couldn't move that dirt any cheaper. We'll open up the valve and we'll have water. Works pretty damn good. Let's have some fun and blow mud. Well, see goes, right? It's actually fun, so to speak. I would put it this way, I think we are winning at this point. I don't mind doing this at all. Go ahead.
So I just lost all pressure.
The thing is not running at the right RPMs. What the is the matter with that? See that? Throttle handle broke off. If the engine does not run at full RPMs, then we don't get enough water pressure at the end of the monitor. The thing is, you gotta hold the throttle handle there. Since that is spring loaded, you gotta put something on to hold it down there.
I got some zip ties.
It's okay, we'll try. Yeah, that should work. Bingo. Back in business?
Yeah, I think I am.
With just 2 10-cent zip ties, Tony's $1 million operation is back in business.
In mining, that's what you call improvising. Make the thing run and off they go.
Tony runs the White Channel pay for 3 days before pulling the mats.
I can see loads of gold already.
So that's a nice little pan full out of a mat, isn't it? Beautiful stuff, you know. That's what kind of makes your season.
Tony's White Channel hunch is paying off.
With this good, I want every last bit of it.
And his dream for his biggest season ever is back on track.
Yeah, there's another day in paradise. If there's one thing, it's a dozen other, I suppose.
Tony Beats is chasing 4,500 ounces to cover his $5 million off-season investment. But 3/4 of the way through the season, he's still nearly 2,000 ounces short.
I pretty much up. So, somewhere, somehow, we're gonna have to make up.
Tony's plan for a quick score? Sell his fleet of barges for $1 million.
$1 million is worth more in my pocket than sitting on the dock. Let's go.
Let's crank it up. Steady now.
Steady. That's it. Pull, pull, pull. Keep on going. Keep going. More power. Steady. That's it. We're done. With even more silt in than I expected. It's almost like we're dredging the Yukon River, isn't it? So we'll get this all cleared out of the way, and boat will be next. Any? No, we're just in the process of getting all set up for it. Why? What do you got? For sake. So no money then, huh? Yeah, bye.
Tony's buyer has dropped out. His hopes for a quick score are dead in the water, adding even more pressure on Paradise Hill to deliver the gold he needs.
Leave there for the winter, come back in the spring. We are done.
Hola.
Hi, guys.
Tony started the season with a dream of smashing his previous record of 4,400 ounces by setting a 9,000-ounce target.
I know, it's a lot, isn't it? It's more than you.
But after being denied an Indian River license, was forced to cut his goal in half.
Let's see if we're gonna reach 4,500 or not.
3, 2, 1, go.
Pour it in.
Tony still needs 354 ounces.
110, 120, 130, 200, 210, 220, 300, 340, 350,
you hit your
360,
goal.
370, 390, 460, 463.94.
Paradise Hill alone produced more than 4,600 ounces, worth over $8 million. The Beach family's best ever season gold total.
Hopefully next year we can get that 9,000 we were hoping to get this year.
First scoop in the new plants. Do it.
Tony's $800,000 gamble is up and running. And for the first time this season, gold is coming in from 2 wash plants.
That runs beautifully. Tight.
You copy?
Yeah, go for it.
It's time to head back to the hill and get that going. Okay, perfect.
With Mike returning to Paradise Hill, it's on new hire Ty Smith to feed the plant 250 yards an hour.
Let's get that gold.
Can't keep up.
The water from the sluices is turning the ground into quicksand, slowing Chelsea down and threatening to eat away the wash plant pad.
I can't see anything. Ty, I'm drowning here, man. Tailings are building up. Water is starting to go everywhere.
Yeah, if you can't keep up, it's gonna everything up.
All right, I'm shutting it down.
Are you kidding me? Why is the plan down? It's amazing how people can make such a mess.
Can't keep up. Water's everywhere. Tailings are.
And we shut the plan down for that. You gotta be kidding me. Fire up! That what it takes to keep on rolling. Yeah, I guess they're gonna have to get in unloaded. Show that gal how it's done, I guess. Chelsea, can you come over there, please? Hi.
Hi.
Don't get all excited. That's the worst thing you can do. No spinning, no piles, no bull. You gotta quit with that sand because you can build on that. You're gonna have to take some of that coarse material and build a decent road in there with it. Using that road, you can drive straight in, grab the tailings, and get the out. Don't get caught in the sand because you're gonna lose that load.
Tony uses coarse tailings to create a raised road that channels away the water to his settling pond and provides a solid path for the loader.
Just give it a scrape. Talk to the don't try the sticks. Keep the bucket flat and go.
Okay. Makes sense.
Look how nice it runs. It'll never back up again.
Beautiful.
Okay. Anyway, that's that road done. Keep it up, keep that plant running.
Tony showed up, the plant was down. Needless to say, he was not happy.
He hopped in the loader and got a new system going for the tailings and told me what he wanted, and we just really need to keep everything running well.
Tony's $800,000 gamble is back on track.
We'll see how he makes out. I'm sure if you up on the twice yet, you can't put an old head on young shoulders. But if you come in and you can show them, well, then the next time they learn, they know. If I explain something to you, better believe that I can do it myself.
Hello.
Hey, Mike.
For the first time this season, the Beats have gold coming in from both their locations, Paradise Hill, and thanks to Tony's new wash plant purchase, the Indian River.
That new sluice box, we looked at it, looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike brought it over, you guys put it in place.
Spending is done and over with. It's a lot of money going up.
Well, that was
so
quick.
hopefully it'll make its money back.
No, and it doesn't hurt to have a good running a second plant over that. All in all, was a good deal. Thing is, you have a new plant ready to go.
So we can't just call this new plant the new plant. So what if we go with
Sluicitron.
This is a Tron.
Whoa.
I like that one. Sluicimus Prime. Sluice lot?
I like the sluice a lot.
Sure.
Sure, why not? I really don't care.
How is sluice lot doing?
How was who?
We just named the plant. It's Sir Sluice Lot.
Oh, really?
How is it sluicing?
Yeah, sluice lot sluicing away, absolutely.
Okay, great.
That looks good. I would like to weigh that up. Well, let's see what you got.
Tony's new plant, Sir Sluice-A-Lot, has replaced the old shaker deck, which averaged 20 ounces a day.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80.
To prove its worth, in the 3 days it ran, it needs to produce at least 60 ounces.
84.58.
Worth $170,000.
That's a short a lot sluicing with sluice a lot, Mike. Yeah.
How many sluices did Sluice Lot do?
Well, sluice a lot did pretty good.
That's not bad for I'm happy with that. How did the trommel do?
Every day, 24 hours.
Next, Mike's trommel on Paradise Hill.
Pour her in.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80.
120, 130, 140, 150, 60, 70, 80, 200, 50, 60, 70, 80, 300, 320, 370, 380, 400, 401.90.
Worth $800,000.
That's nice to see the trommel produce, though, huh?
Yes.
Right. So far this year, that is the biggest one we've got. $800,000, that's not bad in a week.
You know, that might just cover the cost of the plant, too.
Yeah. Maybe I get my spending back.
No.
Yeah, there you go. The season so far is doing okay, I guess. At today's gold prices, there is a whole bunch of material that you can afford to run and make a couple of bucks up. Now the gold price being at $1,700, $1,800 an ounce, let's lose the play that we have.
On Paradise Hill, Klondike legend Tony Beats is making up for a late start.
James, you copy?
At the Mega Cut, which Tony believes could get him 3,000 ounces of gold, son Mike is chewing through 350 yards of pay dirt an hour.
Yeah, hey, James, how's it going up there?
My day is going great.
Okay, that's perfect, James. Keep her going, eh?
Another nice day of sluicing, which is good since it's the only thing sluicing right now is a trommel.
To cash in on high gold prices, Tony's also been searching for other quick scores on the hill.
So Mike is sluicing away right now. It's not quite enough for what we want to do. We got all out of the hunker cut. We got 100 ounces out of the piggy bank. So I kind of have a plan. I always wanted to check out the old-timers tailings, and if it ever was a time, then today it is. Gold price is high, fuel price is low, so let's see what we can find down there.
On Paradise Hill, Tony Beets has discovered gold in a monster pile of old-timers tailings.
Go in, go down the hill slow, and then go up to Monica's plant.
Copy that.
The gold-rich tailings are lying right on the surface, so Tony can run them straight away.
There's a load of free dirt. We don't have to strip it. All we gotta do is pick it up and run it through a sluice plant. I mean, all this stuff had to be sluice pumps before. And all the clay, everything is out of there. It'll be so easy to wash. That will be kind of pretty cool. Almost kind of like a free ride, so to speak.
With gold prices up and the costs of running the tailings so low,
Let's go.
these tailings could give Tony a massive extra payday.
Fire it up.
Monica feeds the kiwi plant with 100 yards of pay dirt an hour, while rookie loader operator Desiree Lycum
Hey, Desiree.
clears fine tailings from the end of the sluice run.
Looks pretty nice on there.
Yep, everything's good.
Tony is extra pumped about what we can get from this old-timer cut because right now it's just the trauma going.
Hey, Desiree. Desiree. Look out.
Hey, shut off the plant, shut off the plant. Holy
Shut it off.
Holy what happened? I don't know how I hit the cable and tray fell.
Kevin, do you copy, Kevin? The sluice run is off.
Every hour the plant is down costs Tony up to $2,000 in lost gold.
Yep.
Our hoe operator hooked the cable there with the bucket when they were pulling out, and that pulled this beam forward, and that caused this run to get pulled forward, and that twisted our beam over here. Fun, fun, fun. What we're gonna have to do is bend that bar back straight, weld the piece back on relatively straight, and then reset the angle on the run.
Steady now. Another one bites the dust.
The fix has cost them 8 hours.
Let's do this.
Fire it up.
Right when we started going, I think we worked sluicing for 15, 20 minutes. We ran into a snag. Now it's all fixed. I'm excited to see what we're gonna get here.
It is kind of nifty that the old timers, they did a bunch of sluicing, but they lost so much. So it'll be very interesting to see what we're going to pull out of what all they missed. It did look good in the mini trauma. As for what we're going to get out, hopefully a lot more. We'll find out when we put it on the table.
At Paradise Hill, the Beets family meet to find out if Tony's treasure hunt in the old-timers' tailings has paid off.
And it might be kind of nice to see what that kiwi plant is gonna weigh out at. I mean, if it does as good as the pans, that will be kind of nice.
But first, the gold from running megacut pay dirt through Mike's trommel.
So how was your week there, Mike?
Well, not too bad. Moving quite a bit of dirt.
Yeah. Anyway, cleaned up, it's done. Weigh the up.
To hit his 3,000-ounce season goal, Tony needs 177 ounces a week.
100, 140, 155, 160, 164.3.
Worth $287,000.
Hey, that didn't do not too bad.
For just running days, that's
Just running days. Must have had a decent spot, make up for you stripping at night.
Oh, yeah. If you could do that non-stop, it'd be real good.
Next up, time to find out if Tony was right to run the old-timer tailings.
We shut down. We had the snag with the loader catching. It was just kind of a
With the breakdown, they only ran for 4 hours. Normally, Tony looks for an ounce per 100 yards. With these tailings, Tony can make a profit with half of that.
If we can get 1 or 2 ounces out of that 400 yards, I'll be pretty happy. Okay, let's weigh it.
0.4, 0.7, 1.6, 2, 2.5, 4.22.
Worth $7,400. Tony's hunch about the old-timers' tailings has paid off.
That means that's an ounce for every 100 yards.
That's not right. That's very sluiceable.
That is very sluiceable.
awesome way.
That was amazing.
The material that we ran off the tailings is doing better than what we're doing on the hill. Let's get out, let's do some more.
Yeah, just because Michael's helping, you guys don't have to work.
There you go.
I'm Parker Schnabel and you're watching Discovery Australia. Hit subscribe now to not miss out on any Gold Rush content.